Hey everybody, I'm here with a record called Rude by R.H.Y.6. He just released a music video for it not too long ago actually. We're going to go over production value and a breakdown within the record itself. And we're going to go over how using creativity to your fullest can make an amazing record.
Pour out the bottle, ain't worry about problem. We drink till we want to, we blue on the face. Take perk, 30s, they blue in our face. Gelati, biscotti, I blew it away. Ain't no Scotty too hot.
Alright, we're going to start with the intro vocals. There's intro and outro vocals. Both of them are identical. We just changed a couple of pieces at the end to give it a different vibe on the outro piece. But here are the intro vocals.
R.H.Y.6. All my life, all my life. They try to treat me and fuck me like I'm wrong, cause some shit that I just don't condone. All this time, just staying patient, making sure that I move my way. Ain't been influenced by the things they say. Pour out the bottle, ain't worry about problem, we drink.
And it immediately captures you. That's the point of an intro to a record. If you have a great intro, you know, whether it's an instrumental, speaking, which this instrumental does a good job. But me and Reese, we tend to always add a little spice in the beginning, especially with his tag and everything. I love that he created the tag. It's such a moment as far as like, even when I listen back to the records, I'm always like, R.H.Y. Like, it just puts a piece into your brain knowing like this is a Reese record.
R.H.Y.6. All my life, all my life. They try to treat me and fuck me like.
And so ironically, these vocals were actually recorded last for the outro, and then we flew them to the front, and we changed the outro pieces to differ a little bit from the intro. So here's the outro. Not much change there, not much, but it's just enough to give it a different feel. So obviously we did take out a piece of a vocal.
They try to treat me and fuck me like I'm wrong, cause some shit that I just don't condone.
So we took that piece out, and then we also did some automation as far as we added a low pass filter just to take off the top end, kind of put it in the back more, a little more dark. And then we automated some volume. We did automate its volume over here as well. And I think I just wanted to make certain parts speak more than the others, I guess you could say. So that heavy singing, like that can go under, you know, and then once he kind of speaks a little more,
they try to treat me and fuck me like I'm wrong.
And you can see it plays off of each other. It's very back here, up front, feels good.
Some shit that I just don't condone. Just staying patient, making sure that I move my way. Ain't been influenced by the things they say. Pour out the bottle, ain't worry about problem.
Such talented man. So not only does those intro vocals grab your attention immediately, but once those are done and we're right into the verse, we immediately want to keep that attention going. And that's where we included a little bit of production on the 2-track, just to add a little spice. I'm going to play it as is, and then I'm going to add the instrumental back in, and you're going to see the difference.
Influenced by the things they say. Pour out the bottle, ain't worry about problem. We drink till we want to, we blue on the face. Take perk, 30s, they blue in our face.
Immediately, you're just interested in the rest of the record.
My way ain't been influenced by the things they say. Pour out the bottle, ain't worry about problem. We drink till we want to, we blue on the face. Take perk, 30s, they blue in our face. Gelati, biscotti.
And it's a big mixture of just a talented vocal and his performance, and also like his notation of character. It just sticks with your ear. That's why we can afford to take out the 2-track.
Like
it's just a super industry sound that grabs your ear. It's perfect. So let me go ahead and throw the instrumental back in, and this is what it would sound like if we didn't do that cut.
My way ain't been influenced by the things they say. Pour out the bottle, ain't worry about problem. We drink till we want to, we blue on the face. Take perk, 30s, they blue in our face. Gelati, biscotti, I blue.
See, to me, it immediately feels like you're in the middle of the record immediately. You know, like you go from the intro kind of vocals, they're starting to play with you and starting to ease you into it. And then with that 2-track still in there, it feels like you're immediately thrown into the record versus we go back to what we had.
Influenced by the things they say. Pour out the bottle, ain't worry about problem. We drink till we want to, we blue on the face. Take perk, 30s, they blue in our face.
Just a nice introduction to the record. And honestly, So this is what, 36 seconds into the record? I mean, it is a long intro, not gonna lie, but you hear the first vocal at 16 seconds. And nowadays, man, I would say the first 10 seconds, mostly, the listener's deciding whether they're gonna continue or not. But in this case, the instrumental does great for the first 15 seconds. We get a little intro vocal that really, it kind of hooks you in. And then immediately at 30 seconds, you get that 2-track cut with the intro to the song.
The things they say. Pour out the bottle, ain't worry about problem. We drink till we want to, we blue on the face. Take perk, 30s they blue and I.
Just beautiful. A pretty key moment in the record is at 1:30. I wouldn't say it's like a bridge piece. More so, it's just a breakdown, I guess. So what we did, we took the 2-track, we threw it up into a filter, and then we let R.H.Y.6 kind of do his magic. It's so hard to explain. So the way he works is he freestyles every single record, right? So coming into a record, we don't really have a game plan. He doesn't have a game plan. He might have listened to the instrumental a couple times. He knows he likes it. He knows he can work on it. But these moments, like especially this moment right here, these are so off the cuff and so thrown together perfectly that you really can't do it unless your songwriting is just astronomically fantastic. Like, I feel like this is something you can create, songwriting and everything, and like obviously with production and, you know, manufacturing a hit record, but the way R.H.Y.6 works, and he's so off the cuff with it, that the creativity flows so perfectly. So at this moment, this is a moment at 1:30. Let me play this for you.
That Smith and Wesson on my hip, making everything better.
Literally, no lyrics are being said. It's just a vibe. And that's why I can't really call it a bridge. I don't really know what it is. It's just a breakdown to me. And honestly, like, the way it lets the record breathe is so good to me. Like, you're 1:30 in, you've already got, I believe there's I think we went verse into a chorus. Then you breathe into your final chorus here. And just that moment of clarity, I guess you could say, like, gives you a good peace of mind. The vocal that's really carrying it the most is this one right here. I'm gonna play that solo. So good. And the reason it's only carrying that part of the record is because it's so big. So it's simply just a little harmony piece that he recorded, threw a little filter on it, and then we made it huge with a reverb to throw in there. And it's amazing. You're gonna see how pieced together this is, as far as like that's gonna carry it a lot right there. But then you add in a little harmony piece that he created afterwards, and then these other little ad-lib pieces, and this breakdown just like glues itself together. So this is the other piece that helps carry it. And notice we left that dry, because this vocal right here is carrying so much weight as far as the reverb and everything, so we kept this dry to keep it forward. And of course, it's a high harmony, so it's playing off each other well. No one's fighting for space at this point. Then you have these ad-lib pieces he threw in on those breaks, to where he does the harmony pieces, and then you have this space on two sections. Let me pull those ad-libs for you. And honestly, in my opinion, I think those are more of the ear candy than the whole breakdown itself, because you're getting through this piece, then he throws in this little hum piece that just sticks out to you, and it hits the ear to where you're going to remember this piece more than anything in this whole breakdown. Right here. And it's honestly a showcase of how well R.H.Y.6 does almost an answer to a call. Like, these harmony pieces are a call, and then he throws in this ad-lib that kind of answers to that harmony piece, but he finds the space to where it's such a good communication and kind of back and forth that it sticks out so well.
I'm a hit making everything better.
It's so good.
Pour out the bottle, ain't worry about problem. We drink till we want to, we blue in the face. Take perk, 30s, they blue in our face. Gelati, biscotti, I blew it away. Ain't no Scotty too hotty, I knew she would stay. I bust in her face, left her right where I lay. Guess I did what I'm supposed to. They say I'm fucked up and I'm so rude.